Hello students, welcome to the 16th session of Principles of Business Management class. In this session, we'll discuss about the nature of planning, that is characteristics of planning, and or we can say that the features of planning. In the previous class, we had discussed about the meaning and definition of planning, the features of planning, and also the meaning and the concept of decision making. Now, let's discuss about the nature or characteristics of planning in detail. Okay, the first characteristic that we can figure out through the previous session of definition is that planning is a goal-oriented activity. Planning is made to achieve desired objective of the business. So, that desired objective is nothing but the goal, right? So, we can say that planning is goal-oriented. Any activity that we do for planning is to achieve a particular goal. The goals established should be general acceptance, otherwise individual efforts and energies will go misguided and misdirected. That is, ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಬ್ಬ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ದೇನೆ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನಲ್ ಆರ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಕೆನ್ say that planning will be a goal oriented activity. Otherwise, those activity will be misguided or misdirected. It provides sense of direction to various activities. For example, Maruti Udyog is trying to capture once again Indian car market by launching diesel models. So, ಈಗ ಡೀಸೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಈಗ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ at that time, if we have to give an example, then Maruti Udyog is one of the best example. That is, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸರಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಏನಿದೆ, that is the goal. The activity that we are doing for that thing is the introduction of diesel models. Therefore, planning can be said as a goal-oriented activity. And one more feature of this planning is it is a intellectual process. It is a mental exercise involving creating thoughts, sound judgment and imagination. So you should imagine the future. What might be the risk? What might be the benefit of this alternative? What might be the goal of this alternative? And how should I reach that goal? Will it be difficult for me to achieve this particular objective within a given time? So all these things have to be imagined with a supportive document, and then it has to be planned. It is not a mere guesswork. ನಾನು ಆಗ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗಲೇ ಒಂದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿವ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ನನಗೆ 100 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು 100 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ? ಬೈ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನನ್ನು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು 1000 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗೆಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಯರ್ ದೇರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿವ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್ we will be planning. Okay, a manager can prepare sound plans only if he has sound judgment, foresight and imagination. And planning is always based on goals, facts and considered estimates. So it is based on goals and it is based on facts. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ನ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್ choice and decision making. Planning essentially involves choice and a decision making process. Therefore, there is only one possible course of action. There is no need to plan because there is no choice. That is, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ವೇಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಬೇರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ there is no need to plan. When we need plan? When we have alternatives. Therefore, decision making is a very important part of the planning. and a manager is surrounded by number of alternatives and he has to pick one of them depending upon the requirement and resources of the enterprises. And planning is a primary function of management. We all know that the functions of management include planning, organizing, directing, controlling, and so on, right? ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಲೇಸ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅದರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್, when we have to direct, when we have to control, we have to plan first. Okay, and then the organizing, directing and controlling is a further activity that we do after planning. So it serves as a guide for organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. All the functions of management are performed within the framework of plans laid out. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸನ್ನ ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸಿಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಶುಡ್ ಐ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನ್ಡ್. Therefore we can say that this planning is a primary function of management. Planning is a continuous process. Planning is a never-ending function due to the dynamic business environment. See, if we think of 20 years, 30 years back, there was few organizations, few companies in India where we had no competitions and there was a situation of monopoly. But when we think of the present market, we can see that in every company or in every facet of business there is competition. Example kodbeku antandre baby's product. If we think of some 10 years back, Johnson's baby product was the only product that we were using in India, right? But at present there are several kinds and varieties and other genres of products, baby products, that we will be substituting these Johnson's baby products. That is, in every step, in every moment of business, we have to plan and plan again. So we can say that planning is a continuous process. Planning never comes to the end till the enterprise exists. That is, enterprise close ಆಗೋ ತನಕನೂ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಚೇಂಜಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಸನ್ನು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ work or we cannot reach the objective of the business. Therefore we can say that planning is a continuous process and we can't stop planning until the organization winds up. Okay, and one more characteristic of this planning is it is all pervasive. All pervasive refers to it is applicable to all the levels of management and every person. It is required at all the levels of management, and of course the scope of planning may differ from one level to another level. As I said, the extent of planning and the plans that we do in the lower level do not change much because it is rigid in nature. But when we think of the executive planning, it has to change when the market changes. So it will be flexible in nature. Therefore, the top level may be more concerned about the planning of organization as a whole, whereas middle level may be more specific in department plan and the lower level plans will be the implementation of the same. One more feature of planning is that it is designed for efficiency. Efficiency and the optimum utilization of resources. These are the two main objectives for which we will be planning. That is, cost should be reduced, time should be reduced, and the profit should be increased. So all these objectives will be included in the planning, and therefore planning is designed for efficiency. It should avoid the wastage of resources, the wastage of time, efforts and money. A plan is worthless or useless if it does not value the cost incurred on it. So planning is very important part of the management and it is specifically designed to obtain the efficiency of the business. And every plan should be flexible in nature. That is, it has to change with the changing time. As we all know, it's a COVID 19 situation, and every business has to change the plan, has to change its strategy so as to sustain in the market in this situation, right? So, planning is done for the future, and planning has to be flexible because the future is unpredictable, and planning must be providing enough room to cope up with all the changes that the environment faces. It might be the factors like customers' demand, competition, government policies, or any other environmental changes. Under the changed circumstances, the original plan of the action must be revised and updated to make it more practical. Okay, so it should be practically applicable, and it should be flexible in nature. So let's conclude this session. After the session summary, planning is a mental exercise which involves the intellectual ability to think, and a prerequisite of planning is that it should lead to attainment of objective, and planning always outlines the results to be attained, and as such it is realistic in nature. And also we can say that planning is a continuous, permanent, and it should be a flexible process. So planning is very important for the organization, but it should cope up with all the changes and variations that the market faces. Thank you.